guys. Hi everyone. So I woke up this morning thinking about my journey to essential oils, and I just thought I would hop on here and share with you a little story. So I was not raised in like what I would call a natural household. We didn't use natural medicine. We weren't really, my parents didn't know anything about organic food at that time, right? We weren't really natural leaning. We were pretty middle of the road and just try to eat some vegetables, but try to stay healthy, move our body, that type of thing. But we definitely relied on our over-the-counters or OTCs. We used Vicks, Vapor Rub. We used the kids' ibuprofen when we got sick. We just grew up relying on what the drugstore had us when we needed something. And I was just kind of thinking about this journey to really a natural life. And I think that my first step toward it was when my sister got pregnant with her first baby. She decided that she was going to have her baby at home. And she invited me to be there. And I was like, okay, that's really weird. Are you sure you want to do that? That doesn't seem safe. Like, that's what hospitals are for. And sure enough, I got to be present when she had her first baby. This is actually 16 years ago now. And it was pretty, I would say, easily life-changing. I should tell her this someday. Jenna, if you're ever watching, I'm going to tell you the story one day. But it was very life-changing for me. And I definitely got a view into this world of like, oh, wow, our bodies are meant for this. We can do this. We don't have to rely on doctors and white coats and interventions. My female body can bring another human into this world, and it can do it without a lot of help, to be honest, right? The midwives that were present in the room, they knew what they were doing. My sister went through a lot of pain and anguish to get that baby into the world, but man, once she did, she was home and could have my nephew on her body immediately. And she wasn't tied up to anything. There were no cords. There were no, beeping buttons and lights on her. It was this really beautiful experience, I think, for all of us. So not long after that, I actually heard about my cousin who was having her baby unassisted, a completely unassisted birth. I had never heard of that. And I was just like, I don't think that's a good idea. What if something goes wrong? That doesn't seem safe. And of course, she also had this really beautiful experience bringing her baby unassisted into this world with no help other than her partner. And this was her second child, so it was maybe a little more natural and easy for her, but it blew my mind, right? And then a couple years down the road, I got to attend my sister's second baby's birth. And by the time she was pregnant with her third, I was also pregnant with my first. And I had been to 2 home births, and I was like, you know what? I think I can do that. I get this. I understand this concept of a woman owning her body and being empowered in the decisions that she's making. And yeah, I want that too. I want that for my birth. So we were both pregnant, my daughter and my niece at the same time. And I got to attend my third live birth at home. My niece. And some of these, my second nephew, for example, when he was born, the cord was wrapped around his neck, and it was very intense and very scary for a couple minutes. But when you do your research well and you're working with very knowledgeable and experienced midwives, they know this stuff. They see this stuff. They know how to handle these crises and these traumas that could possibly happen. So I did a lot of research. I did my due diligence. I watched a lot of videos. I read a lot of great books, Ina May Garten, home birthing, and so many different women's experience of having a home birth and even having what they call, unassisted births, even orgasmic births. So I kind of sort of knew what I was getting into. But along this journey of deciding to birth naturally in my living room, our old house, my husband and I started diving into and working with our midwives, taking one of their classes on natural just natural childbirth, of course, but raising your children naturally. And we started to kind of open up to, natural medicine and homeopathic medicine and naturopathic medicine and those little blue bottles with the sugar pellets in them called Pulsatilla and Belladonna, and just like, what the heck are these? Do they really work? Is this possible that we don't need to rely on doctors for everything that we've always been taught to rely on? And that journey, for sure, without a doubt, was monumental in my life, in seeing, wow, plants, okay, that's so fascinating. Plants, right? They can bring us back to nature, and they can support us in so many ways. And in fact, they can make us healthier and stronger and more vibrant. And as I went down this journey, the story, a little more and a little more, I find myself in a world now where I lean on plants for everything, you guys. I used to be a big Advil user. Well, I'll just pull up my Deep Blue because it's sitting here. I don't use Advil anymore. I used to get sick often. I don't get sick. I mean, it's just so, we used to use so many chemicals and so many skincare, right? Skincare and hair care laden with these phthalates and BPA and plastics and all of this. And it's not an overnight move, but it is a journey. And I was looking back this morning when I woke up thinking about this for some reason, and thinking about my own journey and how I think I could probably relate it to my sister's first home birth. And it just made me feel so cool. I was just like, wow, that is really fascinating how, one instance like that can truly change your life. So I don't know what it is for you. I mean, it would be really fun to hear stories like this and like, how did you come to Natural Solutions? What brought you here? Why do you do it? Because I know so many of you that are with me here on this page already have essential oils with doTERRA, and I love chatting with you. I love this community that we've created here, and you're a big reason why this is here. This is available. If you haven't gotten started with doTERRA yet, I really do invite you to come join us. It's the first step, or maybe it's like your fifth step along this journey, right? It doesn't really matter. It's okay either way. But what you'll find, I am convinced that when you're using these essential oils in small, frequent daily doses, and you're using them to slowly bring them into your rotation, bring them into your routine, replace what you have in your home, choose the peppermint instead of the Advil, you're going to find that your body starts to acknowledge and understand and really respond to these plants, and you will find that over time you are happier, healthier, you're sick less often, you have a happier mental state, a happier physical state. So if you haven't gotten started yet with doTERRA, it's time to reach out. Send me a message. I have a really special gift for you just as a thank you for getting started, but you've got to reach out to me and let me know, and we'll just go on a conversation. We'll go on a journey. We'll do some wellness consult time. We'll just really dive into what you're using now, what you want to be using, what's lagging, what your goals are, what your biggest concerns are, and we'll go from there. So let's partner up. Come on, send me a message.